calls for clear labeling of halal products in shops, restaurants, and takeaways. But what is halal food? And why are campaigners so concerned? Is halal only for Muslims? Halal is a religious matter that dictates what is permissible or lawful in traditional Islamic law. Campaigners and politicians have been calling for a clear labeling of halal products to give consumers more information on how their food is prepared. A halal certification is a seal that guarantees that a product was prepared through halal methods and is allowed for Muslim consumers. So how are food like meat prepared through halal methods? The Islamic form of slaughtering animals or poultry, dabiha, involves killing through a cut to the jugular vein, carotid artery, and windpipe. Animals must be alive and healthy at the time of slaughter, and all blood is drained from the carcass. During the process, a Muslim will recite a dedication, known as tasmiyah or shahada. Halal certifiers are responsible for the inspection of food and non-food products among stores and services. DTI set the Philippine National Standards for Halal, which provides the guidelines for the halal food industry on preparation and handling of products. DTI was also one of the proponents of RA 10817, which recognizes the significant role of the halal industry to the Philippine economy and promotes its growth. So what are the requirements for halal certification? According to NCMF Resolution Number 46, the criteria by the Halal Development and Accreditation Board, all entities that seek to be halal certified must ensure the following. The entity must be a Muslim organization registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, or any appropriate agency of the government. They must have at least one Shari'ah expert or a council of Ulama in its active membership, who is directly involved in deciding whether a certain product is halal or not. They must have a reputable Ulama as a signatory to their halal certificates. They must have Muslim food technologists, microbiologists, chemists as regular members or consultants, as well as personnel who have formal training on halal monitoring and inspection. They must also have a halal laboratory or access to government-recognized halal laboratories. And lastly, they must have existing guidelines and procedures on certification of halal food and non-food products that conform the Unified Halal Certification Scheme. The entity must also process an application form together with other relevant documents, such as the SEC Certification of Registration, sample of halal certificates, and logo used, and submit it to the NCMF Board Secretariat, who shall be the final deciding body whether to approve the application or not. An amount of 30,000 pesos shall be charged to the entity should the application be approved. A halal certificate is valid for 2 years and may be suspended from 3 months to a whole year if there is a failure of the certification body in monitoring halal status or compliance. The certificate may be completely revoked if the entity loses its legal status by law, revocation of its registration with concerned government agencies such as SEC, deliberate violation of the criteria and guidelines, resignation or total absence of its Ulama members and Muslim scientists, and continued violation on grounds for suspension beyond the maximum 1-year suspension period.